Welcome back to the Barbecue Lab. I'm David Gafford, and today we're going to take a closer look at the Cuisinart Oakmont wood-fired pellet grill. We'll walk through what it's about, who it's for, and show you all of the test cooks we've done on it coming up. The Cuisinart Oakmont is a part of our testing for the best pellet grill of 2022 that we recently published here on the channel. If you're interested in seeing 5 different pellet grills competing against each other to see who's the best under $599, just click the link up here, or I'll also put it in the description below. But today we're taking a closer look at the Cuisinart Oakmont. Let's start by walking through the specifications on this unit. The Oakmont measures 32 inches deep by 54 inches high and 67 inches wide. It weighs in at 177 pounds, which is pretty hefty for a pellet grill. Now, if you're used to a gas grill, they weigh less than half this much, so there's a lot more metal here if you're going to make the move to a pellet cooker. There's 11 inches of height available in the cooking chamber, so there's plenty of room for that Thanksgiving turkey or a beer can chicken. Now there's about 4.5 inches below the warming rack and about 6.5 inches above the warming rack for the vertical height. Now the main grate measures 37 inches wide by 20 inches deep, and the top rack measures 37 inches wide by 6.5 inches deep. The temperature range on the low end goes as low as 200 degrees, and the high limit is 500 degrees. The temperature can be set in 5-degree increments on the digital controller. Now, we build quite a few grills here at the Barbecue Lab, and we have friends of the channel who drop by from time to time to help us out. The Cuisinart Oakmont was assembled by our friend Stan with a helping hand from my son Ethan, and when they opened the box, they found damage to the bottom cart shelf in the form of a dent, and damage to the bottom of the cooking chamber that it looks like came from a forklift somewhere down the line. Now, it was disappointing to see this much damage inside the box, and that's why I always recommend inspecting the box and the grill before you sign off on shipments if you can. I recorded a quick video of Stan after he finished the build, so let's hear from him about the assembly.
And it took about 3.5 hours, and pretty much could do a lot of it by yourself, but it really helps to have an extra set of hands to hold things in place when you're doing it.
When I'm considering a new pellet grill, I want to know the thickness of the metal that I'm buying, so I always break out the digital caliper and measure the thickness of the lid and the body. The lid measured at 1.88 millimeters, which is about 15 gauge in stainless steel, and the body measured at 2.11 millimeters, which is around 13 gauge in regular steel. Now, both the lid and the hopper door are stainless steel on the Oakmont, while the rest of the grill is made of cold rolled steel. Now, there's a front shelf that adds a nice place to rest trays of food when you're moving things on and off the grill, as well as a folding side shelf to make things easy. There aren't many grills on the market with this many places to set things down, and it's one of the things that I love about this grill. Now, to find out if the grill is designed to hold in smoke, we run something that we call the paper test. We take a single sheet of paper, slide it between the side of the door and the front of the door to see if the grill resists. On the Oakmont, the side resisted and the bottom of the door did as well, largely in part because of the double-walled functionality of the door, which kept the paper out. Now, we haven't seen smoke billowing out the door during cooks, so I'm happy with the grill's performance here. The Oakmont comes with 4 lockable casters that can swivel 360 degrees. This grill is a breeze to move around the patio and other concrete surfaces, but when you get it into the grass, it struggles by not having 2 oversized wheels to get through grass and mud. Now, the main grill grates are made of cast iron and they're lightly porcelain coated. Many grills at this price range will have heavy porcelain coating, but I like this lighter coat, which makes it easier to clean, but I can still get great sear potential from the cast iron. The pellet hopper can hold up to 31 pounds of pellets and even has a pellet dump feature to allow you to change out the pellet type in between cooks. At the time of our testing, the Cuisinart Oakmont was available at Walmart.com and in stores for $597. Now, with inflation throwing prices all over the place right now, it's hard to say where the price will be when you're watching this, but know that we have placed links in the description below to help. We monitor the gear and prices of the outdoor cooking world, and our links will point you to the best deal we know about on this unit. Your purchase also supports our channel at no additional cost to you, so we say thanks in advance for using our link to find the best price. Now the main grate capacity on the Oakmont is one of the largest in its class. With 735 square inches of cooking space on the main surface, there's plenty of room for even the biggest crowd. The upper rack brings in another 223 square inches of cooking space, or you can use it as a warming rack for a total of 960 square inches to cook with. Of all the units in our best pellet grill under $599 test, the Oakmont was the only unit to offer Wi-Fi connectivity. The Cuisinart Easy Connect app allows you to control the temperature of your grill whenever you're on the move using your Wi-Fi connection. We were able to set up the grill using the app in just about 5 minutes, and we were connected and ready to go. Now the display on the grill controller is quite large and easy to read. Everything is controlled by a single dial knob on the Oakmont, and a simple hold of the dial is what turns the unit on and off. Now there's one probe that comes standard with the unit, and the probe is designed to run through the front door on the Oakmont since there's no probe port to slide the cable through while you're cooking. Now I recommend to anyone that buys a new grill to put it to the test right off the bat with the Biscuit test. So here's the idea. Pick up a couple of cans of pre-made biscuit dough next time you're at the grocery store, set the grill to 350 degrees, and evenly distribute the biscuit dough directly on the grill grate. Just close the lid, set a timer for 12 to 18 minutes, or whatever the package directs you to do. And when the timer goes off, you should have a really good idea of how evenly your grill cooks across the grate from left to right. On the Cuisinart, the grill cooked quite evenly across the grate, but the hottest part of the cooking surface looks to be the right front hand side of the grill, where the biscuit is the darkest. Now, as far as grills go, this is pretty even from our extensive testing in the industry, but it's worth noting that the front right is a tiny bit hotter on this one. Now, before we started running cooking tests on this unit, I wanted to find out how long it took to go from a cold grill to 250 degrees. We used the ThermoWorks Big and Loud timer, and the Oakmont got to 250 degrees in 13 minutes and 36 seconds. I also wanted to know how long the grill would run at 250 degrees on 4 pounds of pellets, so we ran the grill empty and loaded 4 pounds of pellets in the hopper, primed the grill, and then set it to 250 degrees. The grill ran for 1 hour and 56 minutes before it started to fall under 250 degrees, and when we opened the pellet hopper, we found over a pound of pellets that hadn't fed into the auger. As this unit gets close to empty, it seems like it might have a challenge feeding the last pound or so of pellets, so it's something worth noting if you're in the market. Now, pellet grills are known for their ability to cook low and slow without needing to tend to the fire every 45 minutes like you would on an offset smoker. So we tested the low and slow ability of this unit with a good old-fashioned pork butt for pulled pork sandwiches. We seasoned it with salt and pepper and loaded it on the smoker for 5 hours, and here's what the pork butt looked like when it reached 155 degrees internal. It took on a nice deep red color from the smoke, and it was just seasoned with salt and pepper. Now, hot and fast cooking is also the name of the game on pellet grills, and our favorite test is spatchcocking a chicken, laying it flat on the main grate with a little barbecue rub at 375 degrees and letting the cooker do its thing. Now, this chicken turned out nice and juicy and had a nice color on the outside when the breast temped at 160 degrees internal. Now, hot and fast cooking isn't the same as grilling, so we marinated some boneless, skinless chicken thighs and tested whether we could get grill marks on the factory grates and on a grill grate aluminum raised rail cooking system. We set the grill to high at 500 degrees, let it get hot, and then sprayed the grates down with duck fat before placing the chicken on the grill grate. Now, I pressed each piece into the grate to ensure good contact, set a timer for 5 minutes, and closed the lid. When the timer went off, here's what they look like. Both the factory grates and the grill grates put nice grill marks on the chicken, so this is definitely a grill that you can get a good sear with. Now, after all of our cooks, it was time to clean out the grill. This is one of the few grills that have an ash clean out ability at this price point. Simply pull the lever to release the ash from the bottom of the burn cup, and the ash falls into the ash drawer for easy disposal. There's also a grease tray under the grill that catches the grease during a cook, and we found it difficult to get in and out without getting on our knees to navigate the slide rails. Now, cleaning the grates is made easier with the porcelain coating, but the thinner coating of porcelain compared to many competitors means that they're harder to clean, but they give better grill marks as a trade-off. Now, a 3-year warranty comes standard on this model, and you can learn more on the Cuisinart website. So let's talk about exactly who is this grill designed for. If you're someone who wants all the bells and whistles of the grills that you could get at a price higher than $1,000, like Wi-Fi, a pellet clean out, a window into the cooking chamber, folding shelves that are included, and more, then this is really the grill for you. I say that as long as you like cooking for a crowd, because this is a large cooker if you're just cooking for a small family all the time. With over 700 square inches of cooking space on the main grate alone, it's made for entertaining and is well up to the task. If you'd like to check the current price and see if there's a sale going on for the Cuisinart Oakmont, click the link below in the description. We keep tabs on the sales going on in the barbecue world, and if there's a sale, our link will direct you to the lowest price we're aware of for this unit. Also, your purchase through our link helps support our channel and doesn't cost you any extra. Now, if outdoor cooking is your thing, please consider subscribing to the channel. We put out about 3 videos per week of the best in outdoor cooking and outdoor living, and we'd love to have you join us as we review what's too good to pass up in outdoor cooking. We're on all of the major social media channels, from Instagram to Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and right here on YouTube, and we would love to have you join us. We pass on the sales and discounts we know of in the barbecue world, as well as help you feel more confident in your ability to entertain outdoors. Our motto is that life is better together, and we're all about equipping you with the best gear, teaching you winning techniques paired with amazing recipes to make your backyard the only place to be all season. We'd love to have you join us, so hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you'll be notified when new videos are posted to help you raise your outdoor cooking game. I'm David Gafford from the Barbecue Lab, and I can't wait to see you next time as we dive into what's new in outdoor cooking and barbecue. We'll see you then.